Welcome back, bookworms and constant readers. Today is my spring of 2023 book haul. Just last Wednesday, I'm filming this on Sunday, June 25th, was the first day of summer. So that means another book haul. This one is fairly short. I didn't have a lot of time to buy a bunch of books, but I got some books for my birthday. Different occasions. So let's get into it. The first book, I got book 2, and I plan on starting this once I knock out some other series. C.J. Box, Savage Run. This is book, I believe, 2 of the Joe Pickett series. This one you saw in the last video. Les Mis by Victor Hugo. If you watched my part 1 video, you saw this. I bought this copy because I had ordered the Penguin Press copy, and they said that it wasn't going to be here until June, and this was early May. The semester was about to end, and this was the book that I wanted to knock out over my summer break. So, sticking with that is the classic Penguin Victor Hugo Les Mis. And if you've watched the channel before, you know I love the Penguin classics. I actually bought I think 3 or 4 of them on this book haul. Next one, this series looked good on Netflix, and I found out that it was a book, so I bought the book, and it's Matthew Quirk, The Night Agent. I haven't watched the series yet, but my sister and a couple other people say that it's an awesome series. This next book I've heard a lot about. It's really short. For some reason, I thought that this book would be bigger, but everybody I've read, or everybody I know that has read this book, is surprised that I haven't read it. And honestly, I didn't even know it was a horror novel. And it's The Fisherman by John Langdon. Next one is a horror movie that I really enjoy watching. I've wanted the book for a while, and my kids actually got me this, and it's The Ruins by Scott Smith. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. The movie is awesome. It's about a group of friends who go on a trip to Mexico together, and they meet other people at the resort they're staying at. And one of the people they meet, brother has gone missing, and they want to go look for him. And they follow his trail all the way to this ancient ruin out in the middle of the jungle, like a Mayan ruin. And when they get there, a bunch of locals show up and basically force them onto the ruin, and they can't leave. And you find out that these plant things are alive and they eat people. It's awesome. Next is another Penguin classic. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the channel before. I'm pretty sure I have, with it being a horror channel mostly. I love vampire novels. Vampires are my favorite, and anytime I run across this book, in a new version or a version I don't got, I buy it. I think I've got like 4 or 5 versions of this book now. Bram Stoker's Dracula. This next one is out of print. I found it on eBay because I've been looking for this for a while. This is a Barnes and Noble's. I forget what they call these now, but they're leather bound. They have a ribbon bookmark. They're just awesome. This one is not in too bad a shape, and it's 7 different Jules Verne novels. All of these are done like really well. They have the gold, or sometimes they'll be silver leafed pages. They got these great inserts. Like I said, they have the ribbon bookmark. Front and back has these great pages. This one you get, I think it's 7 of his most popular novels. And look at the inserts, the title pages. Let's see, this has introduction. I should have had this ready to go. So you get they don't have a title page that tells you. Oh, here we go. All right, so the 7 novels you get are 5 Weeks in a Balloon, Journey to the Center of the Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, Round the Moon, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Around the World in 80 Days, and The Mysterious Island. All right, next, I think I got a couple of her books this time around also, and it's because I hear that all of them are really good. I have not read any yet. Darcy Coates' The Haunting of Gillespie House. This next one, I don't know if this is out of print, but I had to go to eBay to find it. And this is an illustrated version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with the introduction by Stephen King. The person who I got this from took really good care of it. It has this mylar covering. But yeah, they have all these really cool artwork throughout the story. And Frankenstein is another horror classic that I just love. I have multiple copies of Frankenstein. There's still a few other copies I want to get. One I don't know that I ever will get because it's like $250, and it's the manuscript. It's a big, tall book, but it's reproductions of the actual handwritten manuscript in Mary Shelley's handwriting. And it's got stuff that's crossed out and notes in the margin where she changed a bunch of stuff. Which leads me to the next Frankenstein. It's a Penguin classic. This is the 1818 text. If you don't know, Frankenstein was rewritten and revised like 2 or 3, 4 times by Mary Shelley. But this is the original 1818 text on how it first came out. Next is another Penn Cage novel, Greg Ill's Turning Angel. If you remember a few videos ago, I said that I had planned on reading the Natchez Burning trilogy, and then I found out from somebody I know at school who reads the Penn Cage books, and they're like, you should just read all the Penn Cage, so I'm trying to get them all. I don't have very many more, and I will start. The next is Darcy Coates' The Haunting of Blackwood House. And we are almost done. This next book I've heard a lot about, and I saw that Apple TV has done a series on it. This is Garth Risk Halberg's City on Fire. This has been on my to read list for quite some time now, and I've never got around to buying the book. I've had a couple people recommend it to me. So it's about a murder that takes place in Central Park on, I believe it's New Year's Eve. And the story revolves around these group of people who are obsessed with like the New York punk scene during the 1970s, and it deals heavily with the infamous blackout of New York City, and I think it was 1977. But I've had a couple people tell me it's a really good book, that I should check it out. And then I saw that they made a series about it, so I picked it up. The next book, I'm curious to see how this one turns out. I bought this just on the cover alone. This is what I always tell you guys. You can totally judge a book by its cover. This has an amazing cover. And this is The Beast in Aisle 34 by Darren Doyle. I will probably read this one pretty soon. This cover it was so eye-catching, I was like, okay, I gotta buy it. And from reading it, it is basically about a guy who, he's not very popular. He's kind of quirky and weird, and he works in I think it's a department store, and he becomes a werewolf. But look at that cover. It's by far the best cover of this entire book haul. That's it for the book haul for spring 2023. My next one will come later in the year for the books that I've bought over the summer. So far I bought one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up if you did. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Comment below if you've read any of these books or plan on reading any of these books. Some of them people were surprised I never heard of, like The Fisherman. But yeah, I haven't seen any booktubers talk about The Fisherman. So it may have been one that I missed. Till next time, read more books.